Hello everyone! On today's video we're gonna talk about Computex and the basic king of that event, which is AMD. Every eye was settled on that brand, and for a very big reason that they announced their 7nm processors, and apparently they made it, and they made it good. This might be for the very first time in a long period of time that AMD is kicking Intel's ass like for good. It's a good news for everyone, literally. It doesn't matter if you're an Intel fan or if you're an AMD fan or if you just don't care like me. It's good for us, for the consumers, bringing some good fighting between two companies, and by fighting I mean fair fighting, like competence. Fair competition is good for all of us for the main reason that we will get better products at lower prices, so it's very good news for every one of us. In this event, AMD announced their new third generation of Ryzen. It's called Zen 2, with the main improvement that we spoke about, the 7nm processor, which means way more transistors, better efficiency, power saving. Like in general, it's a very surprising processor what they reached at this point. Even more thinking that Intel is struggling to make their 10nm processor. And with this generation, AMD announced like very big screen, as you can see here, their 15% increase of IPC. And this is huge. Between the first and the second generation of Ryzen, there was a 3% increase, if I remember correctly. Probably that's the main reason that we see this improvement in single-threaded performance, like they showed in several games from their second generation of Ryzen to this new one. It's like a very big improvement, and I honestly can't wait just to see how good they perform in general. In the event, they announced 5 different processors, 2 Ryzen 5, 2 Ryzen 7 and 1 Ryzen 9 of 6, 8 and 12 cores respectively. Another thing to mention of this event from AMD is like they are not only showing off in this kind of consumer market, they also are improving like a lot, and they are like super proud of. That's what they said about their new supercomputing processors, or even their mobile side, which is like they are bringing to the table like a lot of improvement in all of these sectors. So it makes us, at least myself, very excited to see like how good are they performing in general. One thing that popped into my mind after just seeing this kind of 12 core processor for like a consumer market, even there was like a leaking about a 16 possible core, not a Threadripper, like a normal Ryzen for consumers. It's something like it's worth mentioning. Gaming wise, most of the games don't gonna take more advantage than 6 or 8 cores, and bringing 12 cores or even 16, if that's true, that will be like, what could be the possible use? Why is AMD investing so much in this kind of increasing the number of cores of a processor? Maybe for other uses, like people who works with a lot of editing in general, maybe that will be very useful. But what about like gaming or like a standard consumer use? Another thing to mention of this convention of AMD is their X570 boards, which are like freakingly amazing. This chipset comes with active cooling, and in some boards even liquid cooling, which is freaking insane, honestly. The main reason for that is because this chipset draws until 50 watts, which is insane. Yeah, like I don't know what they do to this one, but yeah, we'll have to see. I don't know about you guys, but at least myself, I'm not gonna probably take my hands on one of those because the price of those are gonna be very expensive. There was one of them that the price was announced for around $999, which is like, okay, shoot me in the face, please. But yeah, for all of those enthusiasts that might have plenty of zeros in their bank accounts, that's a very good news. They will be able to have like a extremely amazing motherboard just to overclock till the end and beyond their new processors, which is very lovely for them. And why is this chipset such an improvement? Well, the main reason is the PCI Express 4.0. This new generation doubles the speed and connection from the previous one. AMD also announced the new GPU, the RX 5000 series, which is not that shocking in general. Like AMD has been doing a gorgeous work on the processor side these last 3-4 years with Ryzen, but in graphics side it's not that impactful. But for example, as you can see in the event, they showcased the 5000 series. They just created a comparative benchmark of a game between that one and the RTX 2070 of Nvidia, and they were basically at the same frames per second level, which is like, okay, you are comparing your new graphics card with not even the top one of the already in the market graphics card of Nvidia, and that's a bit of So well, that has been so far the main AMD thing on the Computex. Also, the release date is the 7th of July, basically in less than 1 month. I think they made like, you know, a bit of a joke, like they release in the 7 nanometer, the 7th of the 7th month, which is like, you know, funny. Yeah, it's gonna be less than 1 month waiting for this one, and we are, at least I'm definitely thrilled to see how it goes. So we will see it in future videos. Until then, thank you for everything and see you in next video. Bye bye!